We install hundreds of solar and battery systems every year, and we always get asked, should I charge my electric vehicle from my solar system? And you'd think it's a no-brainer. Your electric vehicle needs electricity and your solar system generates that for free. Surely you'd want to use your free solar generation to power your car and drive for free from the sun. Well, actually no. If you're like me and you want to make as much money from your solar system as possible, then it does not make sense to power your car from solar. And it makes even less sense to charge it from your home battery system. So why is this the case? Why is it more financially beneficial to export the solar instead of using it to charge your car? And how much extra could the average household make a year by doing it properly and having the discipline to not plug the car in during the day? And is there any extra faff or discipline required on a day-to-day basis to maximise those savings? Well, I've been doing this for 4 years and I was quite surprised by the answer. Watch this video to the end to find out how much you save by exporting solar instead of using it to charge your car. And of course, if you're interested in getting a quote for solar and battery, please do get in touch with Spirit Energy. We've been designing and installing solar systems for 15 years and we do everything in-house. So why does it not make the most financial sense to charge your EV from solar? Well, the answer is to do with tariffs. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump's favourite word. I'm talking about electricity tariffs. When you get solar or when you get an electric vehicle, it's very prudent to do some research on what the best electricity tariff is to work with the various technologies that you have at your home. Now, what you'll find is that if you have an EV that you're using semi-regularly, the EV trumps all. You want to pick a tariff that is suited to charging that EV as cheaply as possible. So you're going to pick a tariff like Intelligent Octopus Go or E.On Next Drive. At the time of filming this video, these tariffs allow you to charge your electric car overnight for about 7 pence per unit. Now, these tariffs work very well with solar and battery systems as well, because not only do they allow you to charge the battery cheaply overnight, but they also offer incredibly favourable export rates. If you're on Intelligent Octopus Go for your EV, you pay 7 pence overnight and can also sign up to the outgoing Octopus export tariff, which will allow you to export solar for 15 pence per kilowatt hour. If you're on E.On Next Drive, you pay 7.5 pence overnight and can sign up to the E.On Next export tariff and export solar for 16.5 pence per kilowatt hour. So you have 3 options for how you charge your electric car. You can charge it from the peak rate of electricity during the day for about 28.5 pence per kilowatt hour, or you can charge it off peak at night for about 7.5 pence per kilowatt hour, or you can charge it from solar for free, 0 pence per kilowatt hour. Now, obviously, you're not going to charge it during the peak rate window of your electricity tariff if you can help it, because that's insanely expensive, although still not as expensive as petrol. So you can then charge it overnight for 7.5 pence per kilowatt hour, or charge it for free from solar. What you're going to do is you're going to charge the car overnight for 7.5 pence per kilowatt hour, and then export your excess solar generation back to the grid for 16.5 pence on the E.On tariff. If you choose to charge the car from solar, then you're saving the 7.5 pence per unit that you would otherwise be spending overnight. But if you decide to send the solar back to the grid and then charge the car overnight for 7.5 pence, you're profiting 16.5 pence minus 7.5 pence, which is 9 pence per kilowatt hour. So you're better off to send the electricity back to the grid and then buy it back overnight instead of just using the solar to charge the car. But is it really worth it? Does that 1.5 pence per unit extra saving by not charging your car from solar really add up to much over the course of a year? And how much extra faff will it add to your life? Well, the answer to the faff question is very simple: none. If you have a modern EV charger, which is considered to be a smart charger, then you can just change a setting in the EV charger app to tell it to only provide power to the car between a certain time period. So if you're on the E.On tariff, which provides your property with electricity at a rate of 7.5 pence per unit between the hours of 12 AM and 6 AM, then you'd input that time period into the charger and just plug the car in whenever, and it will only charge between those hours. Now you can override that and force charge the car if you need to with just one click of a button, so you're not left stranded if you need to charge for a long journey, but you will be paying the peak rate of electricity if you do that, so it is worth carefully planning if you need the car for a long journey. It's also worth noting that certain cars can control when they charge, particularly the newer models. So if you don't have a smart EV charger, then it's possible you can control the charging behaviour from the car itself. So it's no extra faff for you, but how much more will the average household save over the year? Well, let's go back to the Tesla and do some more maths. So, an average house, you're probably driving about 10,000 miles a year with your electric car. Now, with a modern EV like this brand new Tesla Model Y, you're going to be getting around 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, assuming you're not leaving it in ludicrous mode all the time. So, at 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, that means you're using about 2,857 units of electricity every year to run the car. And that works out to about 7.83 kilowatt hours every day. So what if you introduce a solar system into the equation? Well, let's say you have a 6 kilowatt south-facing solar system. Now let's also assume that the household is using about 3,600 kilowatt hours per year without an EV, which Ofgem seems to think is the standard consumption. Now in this scenario, the 6 kilowatt solar system should generate about 5,900 kilowatt hours per year. Without a battery and assuming a standard usage profile for the house's electricity consumption, then a whopping 4,546 kilowatt hours is expected to be exported back to the grid. Now, obviously, there is a bit of seasonality to that export, and to work out the seasonality, I ran Spirit Energy's own half-hourly model and looked at the seasonal averages table that we provide everyone that requests a quote for solar with. Now this table shows how the system is expected to perform in each season. On an average day in winter, the system should export an average of 3.59 kilowatt hours every day, so not enough to fully charge the EV. In spring, it should export 16.83 kilowatt hours, in summer 20.73 kilowatt hours, and in autumn 8.68 kilowatt hours. So for 75% of the year, it's actually exporting more than enough to fully top up the EV every day. So for each quarter of the year, the EV needs 714 kilowatt hours. For 3 quarters of the year, there's enough left over to fully charge the car, assuming it's plugged in at the right time. For the final quarter, in winter, it will only be able to take 3.59 kilowatt hours every day from solar, on average, which is 328 kilowatt hours over the whole season. So in total, over the year, the EV will be able to draw 2,472 kilowatt hours from the solar system, assuming it's always plugged in at the right time. So let's take our 2 scenarios. Scenario A, fully charging the car from solar, and scenario B, exporting the solar and then buying the electricity back to charge the car overnight. Well, with scenario A, you're going to be saving 2,472 times 7.5p, which works out to be £185.40 over the year. With scenario B, you're exporting the 2,472 kilowatt hours of solar for 16.5 pence, which makes you £407.88. You're then having to pay £185.40 to buy the electricity back to charge the car overnight. So you're left with a profit of £222.48. The difference between the 2 scenarios is only £36 per year. That's really not very much. So is it worth it for your £36 per year? Well, if you're watching this video, then you've probably already got an electric car and an EV charger. So all you need to do is sign up to the right tariff and set the car to only off-peak charge. So it's about 5 minutes work for your extra £36 every year. You also get the satisfaction of knowing that you're saving as much money as possible. Alternatively, you might want to leave the £36 on the table and charge the car from solar and get the pleasure of knowing that you're driving on sunshine and that your car is running off your own homegrown solar for free. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. The numbers in the video are obviously not perfectly representative of real life, but they do give an idea of how much the average household will save every year by not charging from solar. Please do like the video and subscribe, and do check out our other videos to learn about all things solar and battery in the UK.